everyone, my name is Susan. This is my friend Ryan. Today we're going to tell you about Earth.
Hi, I'm Ryan. Today I'm with Susie. We're gonna talk about the Earth.
Okay, so here we go. So our Earth is the place where we live. So now let's learn all about it. Let's read the first. Thank you. Planet Earth. We live on a very special planet, which orbits the sun, among with the other planets of the solar systems. Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago, and it becomes opposition at the third planet of the sun. We have water and therefore life. Attractive planetscopes consider shape our globe like unlikely any other planets. We also experience weather, so this means that our rocky lands and sea don't stay the same. Mountains are worn down by weathering like rain, sun, or shine, and the new ones are made from land and pushed together. In other places, the land splits and moves apart, and allowing oceans to grow or lava to erupt. Heat from our planets give us power, like resourceful energy that we could use to make electricity that we use today. Combined with the pressure, this same heat forges and transports rock. So Earth's natural treasures are created by nature. So normally, like Mother Nature gives us weather, but also gives us natural disasters. So there are even general information like Earth is the only planet that has life on it. No other planet in the solar system has life. But if Earth doesn't exist, we won't be existing now talking to you. So now it's Ryan's turn to tell about the inside part of the Earth. So it's your turn.
Hi guys. I'm gonna talk about Earth's layer. About 4.5 billion years ago, Earth formed. It cooled from a planet of molten magma, and heavier metal sank towards its center to make the core. Other layer elements didn't sink so far. They formed the mantle and crust layer of the Earth. First is we have land. The land is the part of the Earth's surface that is not covered by water, but by rocks, soil, and vegetation. Next is the ocean. More than 70% covered by fresh or salty water. The water in the world's ocean and seas is salty. First, I will talk the continental crust. The continental nets are made of continental crust. It is about 40 kilometers. Next is the mantle. The mantle is a layer between the core and the crust. It is mostly made from rock that rich in iron and magnesium, and it's almost 3,000 kilometers, and that's 2,000 miles thick. And we have the outer core. The liquid outer core wraps around the inner core. It's mostly made from liquid like iron, nickel, and oxygen. Drilled down about 6,400 kilometers, and that's 4,000 miles.
Well, that's kind of large, because the inside of Earth is not like what we think outside. Of course, it doesn't have sea, it doesn't have land. It's all made of a core. Correct. The core. We call it the core. It's the part. Like our body, the Earth also has a body part, just not the same as ours. So now, please continue.
To reach the inner core, a solid ball of iron and nickel metals.
Wow, that's interesting.
Well, we have a lot here. Hot rocks. The temperature at the center of the Earth is about 5,200 degrees and 200 degrees
Fahrenheit.
That's 9,332 Fahrenheit.
Boy, that must be hot.
We will be turned into a crust when we come there.
Yeah, so if our Earth is like that, I think we won't be existing anymore because we cannot survive on that.
And we are moving to the outside of the Earth.
Wow.
The oceanic crust. The oceanic crust is a thinner than the continental crust, and mostly about 7 kilometers, 4 miles.
So that means that the oceanic crust means that it's the outside of the Earth that we see today. We call it the oceanic crust because it's surrounded by oceans, and you could see oceans covering like 74% of our Earth, more than lands already. So please continue.
Under the oceans, the oldest volcanic crust is about around 200 million years old.
Wow, that's pretty old. My grandpa can't live that long. Anyways, next we go. This is talk about the core, the inside part of our beloved Earth. So this core at 5,200 degrees Celsius, or maybe this is called 939 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature at the center of Earth is as hot as lava, but let's just say as hot as our sun already. So if you think Earth as an apple, well, the Earth's crust will be thick like an apple skin actually. So probably it was kind of like an apple, I think. So anyways, and again, like an apple, planet Earth has a core at its center. Just like and also only a core in the center, no stalks. So we know that Earth's core is made up of 2 parts: the sizzling hot and the solid entrance core. So surrounded by a thick layer of liquid, the index core is about like 2,400 kilometers, like that, and about wide 1,500 miles. And it's made up of 2 metals, 2 guys, nickels and iron. So one of the outsiders of the core is made up of liquid iron. Well, we don't really call it liquid iron, but anyways, that's what we call it too. So nickels and oxygen, the air that we need to breathe, so we need to live. So to get down to the edge of the outer core, you need to dig up about 3,000 kilometers if you want to reach it. But I don't think you will ever success, so don't ever attempt. Don't ever.
And it's through the Earth and go to another side. It will cause. We're gonna do that for years.
Yeah. So we warn you, do not try it. Do not try it. Don't make it a challenge. So do not try it. Okay, guys. So this is Ryan's turn. You're going to talk about the mantle.
And next, I'm gonna talk about the mantle. There is a thick layer of rock that comes between Earth's core and its crust. This is called the mantle. It is almost 3,000 kilometers. It's also called 2,000 miles thick. Dark mantle rocks has lots of iron and manganese materials in them. Some have green albinos and pyroxenes, and even red garnets or diamonds. The boundary between the mantle and the Earth's crust is called the Moho boundary. It's named after a person who studied it, a Croatian scientist called Andra. I don't know how to write this thing's name. That's okay. His name. He couldn't actually see the boundary, but he knew it was there. It was because he was studying earthquakes and he noticed the change speed at the particle depth. Well, which he realized must mean they were hitting a different material.
Boy, I didn't know that people could study earthquakes because they just happen so randomly. So surprisingly, I don't know when it happened and study them. Well, I will never attempt to study earthquakes because that is too dangerous.
Do you know diamonds form about 160
Years ago.
kilometer and it's only 100 miles. The longest surface of the Earth.
So if your parents work in the mine, you probably will get lucky, maybe depending on the luck. You might find some diamonds because diamonds were formed like many years ago. So it's never too late to learn something. So talking about the Earth has made us understand more about the Earth, and also now we understand that Our Earth is just like an apple. It's a core like an apple, but it has a crusty layer like an apple. As an apple, not like an apple, a giant apple. And it's also the third planet of our solar systems, and it's the only planet that's white. Correct. That's white, and humans living on it. So try to imagine if our beloved Earth doesn't exist, we won't even be talking to each other, and humans won't be existing anymore. Correct? Yes. So I think that's the end of our talk today. So I hope this talk can tell you more about our Earth, and hope you will take care of it. Do everything you can to keep our Earth from being destroyed. So that's the end of our lesson, guys. Bye.